So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Bringing pressure. Swarm to the pass rush, a sack.
Chris, there's so much emphasis put on third down, and rightly so. That's really the action play of the series. But the third down success or lack thereof, it really happens because of what happens on first down. And here, this defense creating a negative play on first down is setting them up for success here down the line.
So it's second down and long here from the 13. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. And it's good for a first down to the 36. Ohio State will call their second timeout. They still have one more in their pocket for the rest of the half. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The 5-yard gain is a win on first down. Sets up now second and 5. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Defense is coming after him. Just flings it out of bounds, and pass rush closing in.
This is a great job defensively on two fronts. One, the coverage down the field. There's nowhere to really throw this football, but also the pass rush was forcing the quarterback to stay in the pocket. Man, I thought he was inside of the pocket as he threw that ball away. I thought there should have been a flag, Chris.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Chris, it seems to me like this quarterback is predetermining where he wants to throw the football. He's got to just read the concept out. Here, the coverage is really good, and he still forces the football, forces the issue down the field. That ball probably should have been picked off.
Buckeyes will send their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. Oh, it lands just short of the goal line, but bounces in for a touchback. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, second and 10. What can they do here to make it third and manageable? Back to throw. It's Moore. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
Chris, we don't often talk about pitch selection for a quarterback and how important it is. Sometimes you got to drive the football or throw it layered over a linebacker or even with touch down the field. Here, it's zone coverage. It's a curl route. He's got to throw a fastball right in between the defenders and does a beautiful job.
The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first two quarters under the microscope. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
The Buckeyes will kick this away to get the second half going. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. short connection to the tight end here. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. A new set of downs after that completion. Back to pass. It's Moore. Makes the catch. It's Davison. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37.
It is such an advantage for an offense to have a running back that can get on the outside and catch the football, in particular when a defense wants to run man coverage. You can see this is a mismatch here. He's faster than the linebacker, and he gets the ball and gets a nice gain down the field.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught on the outside. It's Stewart. So it's 2nd down and 9. The completion not producing much there on 1st down. He'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's reeled in. It's Moore. It's good for first down yardage, set up at the 26 now.
And there's that connection that we've been expecting to see. That's something on film that really showed up, is this timing of the quarterback and wide receiver. And they haven't really established it yet today until here on 3rd down. That's a good job. Maybe it gets them going here a little bit for the future.
And the Ducks will have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it near the end zone. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
I think they need to change up the coverage here. Man coverage is just not going to work. Number one, this quarterback is seeing it really well, so his recognition allows him to attack these tight windows and find the matchup that he likes. Number two, you're not staying with this wide receiver on the outside. He is a matchup that you cannot defend. So now you've got to think about zone defense. This defense got to change it up. I love the aggressive play from these defensive tackles, this defensive line, getting off blocks and getting into the backfield. It's tough to run the football down here inside the 10. You get into goal-to-go situation. Usually for me as a quarterback, I like to get on the edge and try to throw the football. They're trying to run it, and the defense is ready.
To throw, it's Moore. Launching one to the end zone. Finds an open target on the left side. Doesn't quite make it. Forced out at the 1. Let's see what they can do here. 3rd down and goal from the 1. And he keeps it. Touchdown, Ducks. Powers into the end zone.
What a massive advantage it is for an offense when you can call the number of the quarterback in the run game in this spot on the field. He's obviously athletic enough, but he's also sturdy enough to carry the ball here close to the goal line. He's able to put it across the goal line for a touchdown. Beautiful job right there, but clearly just an advantage to have this guy at quarterback.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. first play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Solid gain there. He's out across the 30.
These wide receiver screens are like extended handoffs for the quarterback. They are so easy to execute, and all you've got to do is throw it on time. The wide receiver does a nice job getting the line to gain, and he ultimately moves the chains for this offense.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Handoff from the shotgun. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. It's on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. Looking deep down the right side. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That is a poor decision by this quarterback. That's not the matchup that you want. The coverage is tight. Really should have been intercepted. I think the quarterback got away with that one. Sigh of relief from that offensive coordinator that that's not a turnover.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Dropping back. It's Sayin. The receiver grabs it. Stop for no gain. Excellent tackle.
Chris, I know this sounds crazy, but these are some of my favorite plays as a former quarterback. You get off coverage, and you can just take free yards. You take them, and now you're in manageable situations. So as a quarterback wide receiver, I know this looks like nondescript play, but, man, these are important. Creating 2nd and short, 3rd and short. Nice job by this offense.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Well, you can see why this defense is so good. Their coverage is just so tight. You're trying to throw the football short of the line to gain and then rely on yards after the catch, but there's nowhere to go. Even if this ball was completed, the defender is right there. Look at the contact right when the ball arrives.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the punt will land in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. And they've got him in the backfield. It's a 4-yard loss.
Chris, every defensive coordinator will tell you one of the most important elements of defense is running to the football. It's pursuit, and that in particular shows up on these toss sweep plays. Look at this defense run and gain leverage and make this tackle in the backfield. They are doing an outstanding job.
As we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. It's a shotgun run call. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Great job up front by this defensive line, these linebackers. You can see that this quarterback was a bit confused. He hands the football off on the RPO, but there's nowhere to go. No gain. Great job by this defense.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down now.
All right, so you get the completion, and maybe this is a more manageable 4th down opportunity, but I still don't love the idea of going for it and being aggressive. This is just too many yards to go for it. I think the punt is the play.
And the Ducks will have to kick it away. That's the first punt of the afternoon for this offense. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. Brought down at the 18, and suddenly this offense is in the red zone.
You can almost feel it in the fan base. They're thinking to themselves, where has this been the entire game? Well, at least they've got it going. I know it's late, but here we go. You better go hyper fast down in this ball game.
This offense shows its explosive ability. One huge play. They're set up just inside the red zone now. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
What a response from this defense. They give up the explosive play on the previous snap and come right back and get to the quarterback, create a negative play, and put him behind schedule. That's exactly what you need to do, in particular, after they generated some momentum with that big play.
That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. The tight end has got it. He's swarmed by the defense. The Buckeyes are in the red zone now. It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Oh, they've got him for a sack. That'll bring up 4th down.
What an outstanding job by this defense. We know this quarterback is electric, in particular when he gets loose. And here, even though he's able to break, contain, and get outside of the pocket, look at the pursuit. And they're able to cut off the angles and get him down.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Makes a one-handed catch. Wow, what a one-handed catch by the senior.
Well, being down in this game, Chris, they're forced into these opportunities where they have to be aggressive on 4th down. But that's a good conversion. Now, the challenge is to maintain the momentum. Get this ball down the field.
Buckeyes looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Gets home.
Finally, they're able to disrupt this passing game. This quarterback has been in rhythm. This offense has had a really good series. And you've got to do something. You've got to change up the look, change up the launch point, and they're able to get pressure on the quarterback and finally get him down to the ground. And now, at least you've got a better chance to try to get off the field.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
This quarterback has been under duress all day long, and here it's much of the same. He's hit as he throws, creating the incompletion. They've got to shore up this protection.
They need a touchdown here. Down big in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for his big tight end. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line.
I know they want the ball in the end zone, but that's not a bad completion here. You're setting yourself up for a more manageable 4th and goal. And now you've got everything at your disposal. You can drop back and throw. You can roll your quarterback out of the pocket. You can throw play action and try to get somebody to bite from that defense. Or you can just...
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Great catch when they desperately needed it.
This is really high-level football. It's about timing and spacing, in particular when the field gets condensed. Quarterback throws it on time. Beautiful route by the wide receiver, and it's a touchdown for this offense.
And they'll set up with the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team, all over that to make the recovery. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. One more 1st down should do it, but remember, the defense has all 3 timeouts remaining. Grinding away with their running game. Stopped right there at the line, no gain. And a timeout now by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. They'll still have 2 available as we approach the end of this game. The Ducks enter their final minute here, expecting to just run the clock out. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Has the 1st down and more. They've got him down, but the offense gets the 1st down they needed to just run the clock out. Ohio State will call their 2nd timeout. They've still got 1 more left to work with. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. And the offense will just take a knee. And that will wrap up our coverage. Hope you enjoyed the game. For Joel Klatt and Holly Rowe, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We are in Atlanta, the Aflac Kickoff Classic, an exciting neutral field game to get this season rolling. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup. It's the Texas Longhorns against the defending national champion, Indiana Hoosiers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Joel Klatt, and Holly Rowe is patrolling the sidelines for us today. Hey, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with Coach Steve Sarkisian before the game. He knows that there is a lot of motivation behind this game. A Big Ten SEC showdown always gets people talking about bragging rights, particularly because the Big Ten has won the last 3 national championships. They want to make sure that they're showing up and showing they are the big kids on the block right now. We'll see if the SEC team can respond here today. Guys?
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. And the coverage team gets him down. Not much gained on that return. So Indiana's offense comes on the field first today. So glad you're with us here for the Peach Bowl in Atlanta. It caps off a really exciting weekend of quarterfinal games. The last spot in the CFP semifinals at stake here, Joel.
And what we've seen in all of these playoff games, whether it was the first round at home or in these quarterfinals in these bowl games, is the ability to win the line of scrimmage, in particular early, has set up these teams for success in these games. Now you get to see which one of these groups can get out there and win that line of scrimmage with their offensive line.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
I really love that scheme from the defense. The boundary corner, the short side corner. Look at him, eyes in the backfield. He's basically a support defender. And the line very rarely accounts for that in the run blocking scheme. He's free and he makes the play. That's a beautiful defense and designed great from that defensive coordinator.
To throw, it's Hoover. Fires it to the wideout. But he can't haul it in. That's a crucial drop on a third down play. Here comes fourth down.
What a missed opportunity there for this offense. They've got the chance to move the chains. Now it's likely just going to be a 3 and out. I tell you what, good throw by the quarterback. That wide receiver has got to haul that ball in.
The Hoosiers will bring their punt team on the field now. And they'll kick it away here. We'll see what he can do with the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. The Longhorns offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. This offense, and especially the quarterback, well aware of the challenge today. This is an elite group of defensive backs. They've been so tough to throw the ball on.
Chris, I don't think you can just come out and throw the ball against this group, to your point of how dynamic they have been in the back end. I think that you've got to come out in this.
He cannot escape. It's a sack. After the sack on first down, it's second down. Trying to find some room. It's Smothers. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
I mean, the whole goal of that last play, Chris, is just to give yourself a chance on third down. And after that run play, they're able to do that. Now you can line up and get into something that you want from a passing perspective and let your quarterback go to work. That's a really nice job by the running back, and they create a situation where they can move the chains here on third.
He's wide open. Look out. That play will move the sticks. Set him up first down at the 42.
They better find a way to pressure this quarterback because he's just sitting back there with nobody in his face. If he's got time, he's going to rip them apart, and he does here on third down. They're able to move the chains. This is a nice job, yes, but the defense has got to change something up front.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. He stopped right at the line. That's sure tackling.
You're trying to get the ball out quickly at or near the line of scrimmage, and you're just hoping that you can find a seam and that the defense won't pursue and tackle well in space. But this playmaker on the outside not able to get loose. That's a good job by the defense and no gain for the offense.
To the air, it's Manning. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, what a a grab. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Big completion like that early in the game is huge for the quarterback's confidence. Now you feel like you can do that over and over and over again. This play caller needs to start putting the ball in his hands now. You build the momentum through a completion like that. You got to utilize it. Go back to that well.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they'll drop him right there for no gain. That's great defense. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Makes the grab. It's Coleman. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. The Longhorns looking to cash in the red zone. Quick pass, the catch is made. Drop for a loss after the catch on 3rd down. Sets up a 4th down now.
What an excellent job by this pass defense. There is nowhere to go with the football. The quarterback is forced into checking that ball down, and yet they're still there and rallying up and making the tackle short of the line to gain. This defense is playing at such a high level right now.
So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Play action here on 1st down. The pocket breaking down. Just trying to get rid of it. That ball's incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down.
Well, we knew this was going to be a key for this defense. They had to impact the quarterback, make him feel you in that pass rush, and they're able to get to him and hit him as he throws. That play right there, that'll pay dividends the rest of the game.
So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. A quick throw out left, complete. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Tight end makes the grab. And they make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to an end. So Texas has the lead as we break for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the 2nd period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Looking to throw yet again. Lets it go quickly. Over the middle and incomplete. Here's the 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That run moves the ball across the 40.
Keeping the defense honest with the run game, always important. Plus, this offense is staying on schedule.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the 1st down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? He's running out of time here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Good read. I know this is frustrating for a defense because they do everything right in the secondary. There's nowhere to throw the football. It's third down. You feel like you're going to get off the field, and yet the quarterback makes the offense right with his legs. He's able to scramble, get the first, and then he slides down here and saves himself a hit in the first half. Answer for what's going on with this offensive line in this run game. You cannot sit there and give up 5 and 6 yards on these run plays. You're going to have to commit more resources. Expect the safety to get up near the line of scrimmage.
Important second down play coming up. QB decides to keep it here. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go, a 2-yard loss.
Boy, that's a really good job by this defensive end, not allowing the quarterback to get outside, and the quarterback does not make the right decision. He's the pitch key, and yet the end is able to force him to keep the ball, and then he makes the tackle for a loss. This end has done such a good job of holding the edge, creating the edge, and then making it really difficult on this quarterback.
He makes the grab. The Longhorns fail to come up with another third down stop.
Boy, anytime you can convert a third and long, that is a huge plus, and that's a great play call from this offensive coordinator, and then really good execution from the quarterback. You've got to stand in there, find a good option, the right matchup that you want, and then deliver an accurate pass, and he's able to do that for a nice conversion. First down for this offense.
He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
This has always been a pet peeve of mine from a quarterback perspective, is these nondescript run plays against what is clearly a run-oriented defense. You've got to have the opportunity to throw play action, create some sort of little RPO, give the decision to the quarterback and not just calling this on the sideline.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Short pass finds the tight end. You make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone.
This is one of my favorite concepts in football, just a simple tight end drag route. The key is, as a quarterback, you've got to be on time. If you're on time, you allow that tight end to run after the catch.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. And the Hoosiers have first and 10 here. Looks right for a quick completion. Tackle is made, but the ball will be spotted at the 4. First and goal. Great chance to take the lead before halftime. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Longhorns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Chance to strategize for this second down play. Second down and goal upcoming. He hands it off from the gun. Timeout taken by Texas. Strategy session before this third down. Should in or settle for 3. Out of the gun now on third down. Intercepted in the end zone.
That is a back-breaking interception for an offense. As a quarterback, you cannot make that decision. Everybody executed very well. What a good drive. 10-plus plays. You're marching down the field. Now you really got to take care of the football. You put it in harm's way, you turn it over and come up with 0. That is a gut punch.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. They get just 2 yards on the pass play. Now it's second down and 8 coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble now. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
It's going to be a really long day for this defense. If they can't corral this quarterback in these scrambles, he's dropping back, nowhere to throw, or he just sees an open lane. Look at this quickness that he's able to use. He gets across the line to gain, moves the chains for a first down.
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. Looking deep to the right side. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Just get the sense that he's forcing the football down the field. That's a tight window throw, and he's trying to fit it in there, and it gets easily batted away. He needs to allow the offense to work for him and take what the defense gives him.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. Quick throw, the catch is made. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking for the wide out. Off target with the throw, incomplete.
I tell you, you got to play well on 3rd down. That's the money down for a quarterback. To be honest, Chris, I don't really care what a quarterback does on 1st and 2nd. He's got to be great in situations. And one of those situations that I think about is 3rd down. Unable to connect here, and now you got a decision to make on 4th.
Longhorns will bring their punt team onto the field. And this will be the first punt for this offense tonight. Returner decides to fair catch this. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? They'll run it from the gun. 1st down and more. He's still running. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Scanning the field. It's Hoover. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Now a timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. They still have one more in their pocket for the rest of the half. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. A booming kick. It's good from 59 yards away. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. This defense has set the tone through 2 quarters of football. They've drawn a line in the sand, and they've held it. It's why they'll take a lead into the 2nd half, and it could be why they come away with a big victory. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this 3rd quarter.
The Hoosiers will kick this away to get the 2nd half going. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Pass complete in the crosser. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40. Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be 1st down. Dropping back. It's Manning. The receiver makes the catch. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. A lot of options here on 2nd and short. Will they take a shot or try to pick up the 1st down? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A play action, looking to throw. It's complete on the crossing route. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. 1st and 10.
Chris, these are so difficult to defend, and the reason is that tight end is normally so involved in the run blocking. So when you put a play-action fake out there, there is conflict on the defense. That defender who's responsible for the tight end and pass coverage also has run responsibility. That's what allows the tight end to be open, and now you just have to hit him with an accurate ball. Beautiful job by this offense, and again, one of those concepts as a quarterback I absolutely love.
The 8-yard completion makes it 2nd and 2. The opportunity for the play caller here to go a little bit aggressive. Trying to find room. It's Smothers. He's got a crease. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Well, Chris, we knew explosive plays were going to play a huge part in this game, and here the field is totally flipped on the RPO, the run-pass option. Great read from this quarterback. He gives it to his back, and you can see once the lane is there, he's got great explosiveness in the open field, and it's a huge gain for the offense.
The Longhorns will line up now. It's 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Smothers. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
It is so difficult to run the football in this field position because the field is condensed. All those defenders are up near the line of scrimmage. They're trying to just win the line of scrimmage, get this ball in with the running back, but there's nowhere to go.
Ball back at the 6 for 2nd and goal off that loss. Dropping back, it's Manning. Here comes the rush, and he'll just throw it away to avoid the sack.
That's a really good decision. You don't want to take a sack, Chris, and the coverage is great. He just throws the ball away. Now you've got 3rd down. Look for your best player right here.
Here we go, back in the red zone. 0 for 2 scoring touchdowns here so far, and it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? They bring him down short of that 1st down marker. Sets up a 4th down and decision time for this coach.
Well, they're trying to get some yards after the catch here, but that is an excellent job of open field tackling by this defense. But they better be ready because this is clearly go-for-it range on 4th down.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. And that one's straight down the middle.
Boy, I thought in that situation they might go for it. 4th and short in the red zone, but they did talk about points being at a premium in this matchup. And if they got in this situation, they wanted to put points on the board, and they do so here.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. They trap him and sack him back at the 10. So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking for some space. It's Richard. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. And the Hoosiers will have to kick this away when he comes for his 2nd punt of the game. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. No fair catch. Looking to make a return. Breaking ankles out there. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 42.
it to sack.
So Texas has the lead as we break for the quarter. We've reached the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Looking to throw. It's Manning. That pass is caught. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. He dumps it off to the tight end. Brought down short of the marker. That's going to set up a 4th and 2.
I just love to see it, Chris, is when a quarterback stands in there, he knows he's going to get hit, and he still makes a good throw for a completion. That is the toughness and the courage that allows you to be a leader on the sideline. Everybody looking at that quarterback, and they know he's willing to stand in there and take one in the chops.
And the kick angles out of bounds, so no return possible here. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Offense comes up now 2nd and 8 after that very short gain on the completion. Wants to throw it. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
What outstanding coverage from the defense. The tight end is trying to get himself open. The quarterback clearly wants to go to him, feels like he's got the matchup, but the defense sniffs it out, and they are there for a loss. Beautiful job. And then again, by the way, tackling in space. We continue to talk about that. They're able to tackle in space and create a negative play.
Brought down short of that first down. It's going to set up a 4th and 4.
This is good situational defense from this secondary. You can tell that they want to force the ball down the field. And obviously, with this clock situation, they need to, but they're forced to check it down to the back. These defensive backs just need to continue to stay deeper than the deepest and force the quarterback into these safe passing scenarios.
Fielded at the 25. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now the Hoosiers will spend their first timeout. They still have 2 more to work with here in the final quarter.
Chris, here's the thing with these run plays to the wide receiver, the tight end, something creative like this, is that you generally have to establish a rhythm before you get to this. And I don't think that they've done that. Once you attack the defense with your traditional run game, traditional pass game, that's exactly when they're set up to get hit by these more exotic run plays. They need to do that first before we start trying these sweeps on the outside.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down and the crowd really getting into it. Receiver in motion now. Play fake, looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Coleman. Timeout taken by the Hoosiers. That's their 3rd and final. They have to navigate the rest of the way without being able to use a timeout. The Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Leaning on the run game here late. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
body blows, body blows, body blows. You run the football like this, you gain 5, you gain 6, time and time again. That play action pass is going to be at your disposal. You can get to the RPO. Everything on offense becomes easier. This line is doing a great job. This back is running hard.
Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. And now the handoff. Spinning out of the tackle. They bring him down, but that is a crucial first down. They could just run out the clock in victory formation now. And the quarterback just kneels down. And that will do it for our coverage here. Thanks for joining us. For Joel Klatt and Holly Rowe, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the College Football Playoff. A neutral site matchup here today with fans from both sides filling the stadium. It's the Indiana Hoosiers against the Texas Longhorns. Relay Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt. We are excited for this quarterfinal game, and Holly Rowe joins us on the sidelines with some of the key storylines.
Once again, Atlanta has shown out. This is one of the college football capitals of the world. We know that the South is so strong with their love for college football, and this Peach Bowl crowd is electric. This playoff game is ready to be off the chain. Coaches are really talking to their teams about communicating well and being locked in because the crowd is making it really hard to communicate and hear each other right now down on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. We'll keep an eye on that. The Texas Longhorns offense comes on the field first today. So glad you're with us here for the Peach Bowl in Atlanta. It caps off a really exciting weekend of quarterfinal games. The last spot in the CFP semifinals at stake here, Joel.
And what we've seen in all of these playoff games, whether it was the first round at home or in these quarterfinals, and
breaking into the clear. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
You know, Chris, we don't talk about it a lot, but the quarterback's best friend is when he doesn't have to be great to move the chains. Here, they're able to hand the football off. The back is able to get across the line to gain, move the chains, create a first down. That's just like a gimme putt in golf for a quarterback. You don't have to think, and you're still moving the ball down the field.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Tackle up near midfield at the 48. Second down play coming up for this offense. It's Manning. Pressure is coming. Oh, and he swarmed quickly. It's a sack. So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, the pocket collapsing. And that one's picked off. What a play.
Chris, I think the true measure of a quarterback is not how you're playing when everything's going well, but how quickly can you bounce back from a mistake. And here, interceptions are going to happen, but what does the quarterback do moving forward? How quickly can he get back into rhythm?
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Becker. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Well, Chris, this defense is going to have to change something up. The quarterback is way too comfortable. These wide receivers are winning on the outside. This passing game is in rhythm, so the defense has got to change. Whether it's coverage and or blitz, do something different.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Finds his man. It's Marsh.
Boy, if they give you that easy completion on the outside, you take it. And if you take it on time, you can create a little bit of yards after the catch. It's a really good job by that wide receiver. You can see as he gets himself off the line of scrimmage, it's soft coverage. And then once he gets the ball, he turns into a runner. That's a beautiful job right there and a really nice offensive play.
On the ground, it's Richard. Got him opening here. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Well, that is too easy right down the center of that defense. Great job by this offensive line, in particular in the middle of that offensive line. Guard, center, guard. Getting the job done, covering up color, and that's an easy run for a big gain from this back.
The Hoosiers line up on 1st and 10 now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Powers through. Tough running to avoid a loss, and just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
This is a great example from this defense of how to stop the RPO. One, stay home. Don't give the quarterback a definitive read. That encourages him to just hand off the football. That's kind of his base read. And Chris, once he does so, then you fly to the football. You play with great effort, and you tackle in space, which they're able to do.
Oh, and he fumbles. And the defense comes up with the football. So the drive begins with the offense backed up at the 2-yard line. Hand off to the single back. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Second down after that run on the previous play. Grab behind the line. It's Coleman. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
This is great recognition by this defense. They see the wide receiver screen. They're able to pursue out and get the tackle for loss. They have been running side to side as well as anybody today. I think that the offense needs to get downhill in the run game and run right at them.
Looking to throw. It's Manning. A deep shot to the right. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Well, I love that execution on third down. It's about moving the chains, and it's about matchups. He goes to his wide receiver, who you clearly know he loves throwing to in big situations, and they're on the same page again for a first down.
An inside give now from the shotgun. He's got space. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35. Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, somebody needs to tell this quarterback that there is a P in the RPO. That's clearly a pass read. He gives it to the back, and they're all over it. The defense was swarming in the backfield for a loss.
Second down after that previous play. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete.
To play this position well, you've got to have great mechanics, and more specifically, Chris, you got to have great feet. And the footwork is just all wrong here. He threw this off his back foot, never going to be accurate, and clearly this ball is not in a place where he wants it to be.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. To the air. It's Manning. Looking downfield near the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Just a bit too much air from the quarterback there and allows the defense to get in and knock it away. I think a big part of playing the position is choosing the right trajectory. You got to drive the football, layer the football, or throw with touch. And every single time you throw, you've got to choose one of those passes. And here, I just felt like he put too much air on it.
And it's good right down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
What a weapon he is to roll out there and hit this massive bomb. I tell you, as a quarterback, that is just such a relief knowing that you don't have to get that ball inside of the 30-yard line for field goal range. All you've got to do is get it close to the 40, and you can trot your guy out there for a kick. He's going to return it from near the goal line.
Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Hoosiers offense is back out there on the field. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Second down and long from the 9-yard line. And there's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Taking a deep shot here to the right. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. He will not be caught. Touchdown, Indiana.
Chris, I always talk about it. Timing and accuracy from the quarterback create these yards after the catch. And here he's able to put the ball on time and on target. And it affords the wide receiver the ability to run after the catch into the end zone. That is beautiful football, offensive football 101.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point makes it a 4-point game.
That makes the score Indiana 7, Texas 3.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Getting set. Here's second down. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Can he make it to the marker? And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
For an offense, it's always important to stay ahead of the chains, and that's how you convert on third down. So a nice pickup there for the offense.
Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Back to pass. It's Manning. On the move now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Quick throw caught on the left side. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. Crucial third down play right here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. And the junior quarterback shows his toughness, keeps this drive moving. Now the Longhorns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. First down now at the 40.
Chris, give credit to this quarterback and this offense. They continue to be patient and just continue to make first downs, and now getting the ball across the 50. Clearly now in scoring range, and as a quarterback, you've got to think to yourself, no sacks. You can't take a negative play and knock yourself out of field goal range.
Here comes the pressure. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Timeout taken by Texas. They still have 1 more in their pocket for the rest of the half. So the completion yields 7 yards. Solid gain to set up 2nd and 3. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Quick throw to the left side. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
You quarterbacks out there, when you're throwing the football down the field, you cannot let your eyes track the ball. You've got to keep your eyes on the target. Like shooting a 3-pointer, you keep your eyes on the rim. If you keep your eyes on the target, that ball is going to fall perfectly into place. A lot of times when your eyes go up, you tend to overthrow it like we see here.
He escapes the pocket. He's going to take off. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, you know as a quarterback, these decisions are going to be very quick on 3rd and short, and I thought he did a nice job of seeing what the defense was in and then seeing his opportunity to pick up this first down, and he's able to do it. Nice short gain, and he moves the chains.
Offense beginning to click on this drive as they try to reach the end zone for the first time today. Lets it fly to the wideout. But near the goal line. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. Now the Longhorns are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got remaining here in the first half. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Touchdown, Longhorns. Caught in the end zone. They throw for the score. That's a great drive. Perfect call and execution to take the lead before halftime. Important because the other side gets the football, Joel, to begin the 3rd quarter.
I don't think you can overstate the importance of a drive like that and a score like that. All these coaches talk about the middle section of the game, winning right before halftime and then right out of halftime. And right here, taking the lead, knowing that you've got to kick it off to start the 3rd quarter, that is a massive moment. Now you can go in, make some adjustments, and really come out with a great defensive game plan for the early 3rd quarter drive.
The PAT puts them up 3. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fields it just outside the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Final seconds in the first half. They will just take a knee and head to the locker room. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
The Longhorns will kick it off to begin the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll ride the back again here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Back to throw. It's Hoover. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Brought down short of the marker. That's going to set up a 4th and 2.
Chris, you got to give a lot of credit to this coaching staff. You can tell that the game plan was on point. They understood that this offense loves to call those screen passes on 3rd down, and they were ready for it. They called the perfect defense, and they're able to stop them here on 3rd down and create a 4th down opportunity.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Buying time. Moving to his left. Cannot escape. They tackle him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this secondary is doing a heck of a job. There's really nowhere to throw that ball, but I got to give a lot of credit to this quarterback because, Chris, he just took what he could get and created a positive play out of something that really wasn't there.
Now it's second down here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain.
Well, you got to be connected as a defense, and here the secondary does everything they can on this snap. Nowhere to throw the football, they do their job. But up front, this front 7 gets outside of their rush lanes, and because of that, there's a gap for the quarterback to scramble, and he stays ahead of the chains. That's a really nice scramble from the quarterback, but clearly this front 7's got to do a better job in their rush lanes.
3rd down, out of the shotgun. Grab down the middle. It's Smothers. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, Chris, in modern football, having a back that can catch the ball out of the backfield is not just a luxury, it's a necessity, and here's the reason why. You can't defend everything as a defense if the back can be a threat, and here on 3rd down, he's able to move the chains with a nice completion.
It's a run to the left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, as an offense, you've got to have better success on 1st down. Now it's an obvious passing situation. I've always felt you want to throw the ball when you want to versus throw the ball when you have to. This is a have-to situation, which means that pass rush is going to get going.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. The Longhorns will bring their punt team onto the field. Perfect aim and good loft on this one. And he punts it out of bounds, so no return. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going.
Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate to be tackled. And that's this guy. He's always fighting for extra yardage, and here he's able to get 2, 3, 4, 5 extra yards after contact.
Clock running in the final minute here of the third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Hoover. Taking a shot deep down the right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. Tackle made way downfield. Enormous gain.
You got 4 verticals with man coverage. You got to pick your best matchup. He finds his best wide receiver, and now it's just a one-on-one. That's a great catch down the field, great ball placement. Even better, though, it is a massive completion for this offense.
So the big chunk play has the offense already in field goal range with a fresh set of downs. The shotgun running play call. They bring him down, but a solid 9-yard gain sets up a 2nd and short. So Texas has the lead as we break for the quarter. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game stats before we move on. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. They'll run it here. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Hoosiers. They jump on top now here in the 4th.
I always talk about vision and patience from a running back, but there's also this other trait that you've got to have to be a great player, and that's a nose for the end zone. And here he's able to take the football, and he finds the goal line, and he puts it across. Beautiful job. This is why this guy is one of the best players in America.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Stopped short of the marker after just a short game. Second down play coming up. To throw, it's Manning. It's the running back in the flat. Brought down to the 23, good enough for a 1st down.
The back is always a good option in the passing game, and the quarterback knows that he has a guy that is very consistent catching the ball out of the backfield. I think the defense is going to have to adjust. This is a 1st down. It's an easy 1st down. They're going to have to start doing something in their scheme to stop the running back out of the backfield.
Looking for some space. It's Smothers. He's got a crease. Tackle made after a solid game. They spot the ball at the 34.
Chris, you're supposed to build a defense front to back and inside out. None of that happens here. This offense hits them right down the middle. That is way too easy. They're going to have to change this scheme immediately. Call something different on defense right now.
Caught behind the line. It's Winston. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. Pass play produces just a yard, so now they come up 2nd and 9. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Third down play now, trying to keep this impressive drive going. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Catch made on the right side. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
That is a perfect start to this drive for this quarterback. He's 3 for 3, and now he needs to start locating those wide receivers that are down the field. Find the seams in this defense and push it into scoring territory.
Longhorns with 1st and 10 here. Heading left after the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Excellent play by this defense, getting that tackle for loss and creating a 2nd and long. And now from an offensive perspective, just get half of this back. This next snap is about creating 3rd and manageable. It's not about moving the chains.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Dropping back, it's Manning. Dump off caught by the running back. Fighting off the defender. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Running out of time in the pocket. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
Man, this defense has been tough today. And, Chris, you're forced into a situation where you're probably going for it here on 4th down. This is where it's about players, not plays. I say it constantly. I say it all the time. Who's your best player? He gets the ball right here.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Receiver makes the grab. Bring him down, but not before he converts that 4th down play. And now the Longhorns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they spend a timeout now after gaining the first down. And it's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there.
I know this sounds crazy, but on these quick RPOs, the quarterback has to just take his time. Now, you can't take forever. I'm not saying that. But you've got to take your time, make sure you're creating the right read, and then more importantly, you've got to handle that ball so you can throw it accurately.
Throwing off play action. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Moves the ball to the 12. Timeout taken by Texas. Trying to get points here before the half. And the long drive continues. The offense just grinding away here. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 8. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Back to throw. It's Manning. Contact as he threw it. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Well, he's got to put that one behind him and now move forward for this 3rd down. This is really the most important snap thus far of the game. And as a quarterback, you've got to go out there and really execute. So remember, it's about feet, it's about timing, it's about accuracy. Put all those 3 together.
Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. They jump on top here in the final minute. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
Chris, there is nothing better than playing great when greatness is needed. You're down. It's inside of a minute. This offense had to have it, and they're able to put it in the end zone. That is great stuff from this group.
They're set now to try the PAT.
Is on for the extra point.
Kick is up and good. They go up by 3 here in the fourth quarter. Can they hang on?
That is the score. Texas 17, Indiana 14.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. First down, looking to throw the football. The ball is caught. It's a solid gain, moves the ball out to the 28. And now the Hoosiers will spend their first time out. They'll still have 2 available as we approach the end of this game. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. It's a quick grab. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Now a timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. They've still got 1 more left to work with. First down, looking to throw the ball. Nice grab. It's Marsh. The offense will spend a timeout here. 25 seconds on the clock.
I tell you, Chris, defensively, this is death by 1,000 cuts. They just allow these hitch routes to create second and manageable, third and manageable. It's too easy for the offense. The off coverage has got to change. They've got to get up in the face of this wide receiver and force him to have a difficult release. Take away the easy throw, or else this is going to be a long game. Well, you're not going to execute this comeback unless you can protect your quarterback. And here he's hit as he throws. If this O-line can give him some time, he's going to be able to find somebody down the field. But again, it always comes down to protection.
Shotgun formation here on third down. Coming after him. Going to try to use his legs here. Brought down short of the marker. That's going to set up a 4th and 2. Wrap up our coverage. Hope you enjoyed the game. For Joel Klatt and Holly Rowe, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.